Good at it, girl. Listen, don't mess with your girl when it comes to the axe throwing, okay? But I also was sick. I almost died, or I thought I was going to die. I'm just kidding. I think it was like allergies or something. I was under the weather for a couple of days, and but I'm better now. I'm just, if I sound congested, that's what it is. I don't know if it's a cold or if it's allergies. I know it's not COVID. I know what COVID feels like. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody in Clubhouse. Hey. You said you're calling me during the zombie apocalypse. That's right. Listen, after this weekend, when I went to that axe thing, I could do the Walking Dead easy. All right. I'm on Rick's team, even though Rick ain't there no more. But anyway, but yeah, I had a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys did as well. The weather is finally heating up. Thank goodness, because I'm tired of being cold. I was finally able to lay out in my hammock. Um, Clubhouse, I was just telling Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, if I sound congested, I am. It's either allergies or a cold. I'm not sure which at this point. I just know it's not COVID. But, I don't think that should really affect you guys understanding me. Um, and just in case we have some new people on Clubhouse, because it always seems to be a new round of people, which I love. This is NPL Legal Dish. This is where we're going to be learning business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. Okay, and we are getting started officially at 8:05. I'm just giving people a few minutes to get on in here. Brandon, what skills are you bringing to the zombie apocalypse? I've got the axe throwing. What are you doing? Can you use a crossbow? Do you have a rifle? What are you bringing, boo? Actually, everybody, while we wait for this show to start, if you were in the zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? How are you going to survive in the zombie apocalypse? Yeah. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But yeah, I learned I'm pretty good at throwing an axe, and I own a machete, so I'm good. All right. Uh, Please don't excuse my cough. Like I said, I don't know if this is allergies or cold, but I'm doing my best. Okay. All right. So we are getting started in just about 2 minutes. We've got lots of stories tonight. We've got stories for you guys. If we have anybody here from the state of Missouri, one of your senators is bonkers. If you are a fan of the movie Grease, we've got a story for you. If anybody has listened to the Kendrick Lamar album, we have a story for you, or if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan. If you are subscribed to Vogue magazine, we also have a story for you. My sneakerheads, there's a StockX story. I'm sure you have heard about it, but we're going to talk about it here. McDonald's may be overreaching, and then we've got a tanning story. I don't know if we're going to get to everything. I'm going to try, but we'll do our best. And please let me know if you can't hear me, if I'm not speaking clearly because of my congestion, okay? But I should be fine. Brandon, you still didn't tell me what skills you're bringing to the zombie apocalypse. Okay, it's 8:05. Okay, it's 8:05. No, it's 8:04. Oh no, it's 8:05. Okay. All right, time to start. Okay, welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If this is your first time hearing my voice or seeing my face and you're like, who's this lady on the internet? I'm Natalie Pierre Lewis, I'm the host of the show, and I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you have, your articles of incorporation, getting your EIN numbers and DUNS numbers. Excuse me. Making sure you have contracts for clients and partners, brand protection strategies, like trademarks, copyrights, and patents, and also hiring and training strategies so that you don't get sued for discrimination. I may have to talk a little bit quieter today, guys, because along with this cold, I also bruised under my tongue. You know that little thing that holds your tongue down? And it is limiting the use of my tongue. So I can't really emote as I usually do. Pray for your girl. I don't know what's going on with my body. It's turning on me. Okay. All right. But yes, so those are the things that I help you with. If you're a ninja, Brandon, okay. Those are the things that I can help you with. If you're wondering why I'm qualified to help you do all of those things, I'm a licensed attorney. I have been one for almost 16 years. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I am very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school. But a lot of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful, there are just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it. Um, so that's why I'm here. All right. So if you are in the startup phase of your business and you're looking for some guidance, I want you to connect with me. How are you going to do that? You're going to go to the link in my bio profiles, which is linktree/NPL consulting firm. It's on Clubhouse, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. Excuse me. Um, there, you will be able to book yourself a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first time client. You can also download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less. Linktree/NPL consulting firm is also where you can access many of my digital products. And where you can subscribe to my other social media platforms. Okay. So Linktree/NPL consulting firm is the hub. I can't wait to hear from you guys. You guys have really been booking up the appointments, keeping your girl busy, and I love to see it. Okay. All right. Now that we have gone through the business side, let's get to the reason why we're here. This is how the show works, just in case we have anybody new. I pull stories from the news, stories from podcasts, stories from that I get from you guys, stories I get from publications, anything that has a lesson that we can learn as business owners, and we talk about them. Okay. Um, so this is a time for you to get involved in the conversation, to ask your questions, to give your comments, as long as they're respectful. And I will do my best to answer them. All right. Tonight's show is probably going to go pretty fast. I didn't realize how much my bruise was affecting the way that I talk, so I'm going to do my best to get through these stories. But I may not be as boisterous as I usually am. Okay. Hello, Logic Progress. All right, but and usually we do our NPL nugget, but my tongue is already starting to hurt, so I'm just gonna get to the stories today, okay? Don't ever say that I left y'all hanging. I am, working through an injury right here and a sickness because I love y'all. All right, our first story of the night. Is anybody here subscribed to Vogue, or do you buy Vogue when it's in the grocery store? I know they have like their what is it? They have some issue that's supposed to be like the issue of the year. I think it's September. Any Vogue fans? If you are, just give me a V in the comments. The company that Anna Wintour is the head of, and it was like, I guess, the base for The Devil Wears Prada. Any Vogue? Y'all fashionistas ain't Vogue fans? Okay, as put together, and as these looks y'all be putting together, y'all ain't looking at Vogue. Okay, you're just naturally talented. I love it. All right. Um, well, Vogue's been around for, a few decades, and they've got a pretty big rep. People know who they are. When you hear Vogue, you think fashion, right? And if you didn't know, Vogue headquarters is located in London. Okay. Now, about 6 hours away from Vogue headquarters, there is a pub. No, there's a pub, and it's called the Star Inn at Vogue. Now, when I think of a pub, um, I go to a pub if I want to, maybe watch a football game, maybe get some chicken and wings. But I'm not going to a pub, for fashion tips, right? Now, this pub Star Inn at Vogue. They've been there for hundreds of years, and Vogue is the name of a city in there that they are located in, or a town, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so recently, the owner of Vogue magazine, Condé Nast, their legal team sent a cease and desist to this pub that has existed for hundreds of years. That is called the Star Inn at Vogue. And they said, "Hey, Star Inn at Vogue, we really think that you should change your name because, we're Vogue and people know who we are. And, we think that there might be some confusion or some false association between your pub and our, fashion empire." So, what do you think the pub owners said? Brad Brandon guy didn't even wait for my question. He said reaching. What do you think the brand owner said? Now, remember, Vogue didn't go to court. Vogue sent them a cease and desist. So this hasn't even gone to court, right? What do you think the pub owners said to Vogue magazine? Kels Butter said, "Nope." You are absolutely right, Kels Butter. The owners of the Star Inn at Vogue. Kels Butter said, "Hopefully, get out of my face." That's basically what they said. They basically sent a letter back to the Vogue lawyers, and they were like, "Look, I don't know who you think you are, but we've been here since, like, the 1200s, and we're not changing our name. This is our city, and nobody's mistaking our pub for your damn magazine, right?" And then the owner who was interviewed about this, he said, "I almost filed a trademark infringement on them because technically we had the name first," which I think is hilarious. Okay. Um, yes. So, yes. So Vogue, they kind of, respectfully picked their jaw up off the floor and was like, "We were just doing our due diligence because, we got to be out here protecting our name and stuff." But this is a form of trademark bullying sometimes. I talk to you guys about this. When a lot of larger brands or even smaller brands who, may have just gotten a trademark, sometimes they will try to bully smaller brands to not use a certain name or change their name that they don't even necessarily have a right to. Okay. And they do that because they can tie them up in court and things like that. But if a lot of times, or sometimes, these smaller ones, sometimes they're like, it's not worth the fight, I'll change it. But sometimes they're like, Get out of my face," like, I was already here. What are you talking about? So Vogue is going to have to, pick up their leather cape and, stroll out of the room. That Brandon guy said they should have tried it with Madonna. I don't understand the correlation, that Brandon guy. Okay, yeah. But that is why I named the show Trademark Bullying as a Fashion Faux Pas. You don't want to be out in these streets bothering people for no reason. Now, some companies, legal teams, right? They will just, be on the lookout for stuff, and they will just send out cease and desist off GP just to, rep the brand or whatever. But sometimes it's a little too much. Hello, Canna Cape Cod, DC. How are you? Okay. But yeah, so Vogue magazine was told no by the Star Inn at Vogue, and I think it was the right move. Okay. That Brendan guy said Madonna sang a song and had a dance called Vogue. Yes, very much. But and again, another thing is Vogue and the pub, they're in two different what you call that thing? Two different industries. Vogue is a fashion, is a magazine. It's a publication. The Star in it Vogue is a restaurant, a pub, right? So I'm not going to mistake this pub for your magazine. Same thing with Vogue, Madonna's song Vogue. That was a song. It was a song, not a magazine, not a fashion mag. So you can have the same trademark if it's in a different industry. Okay. Uh Kels Butter said just trying to pull rank. That Brandon guy said exactly. Okay. All right. Moving on. Ow. To our next story of the evening. Do we have anybody here who is participating in the show from the state of Missouri? Anyone here from the state of Missouri, whether you live there now, you live there at one point in your life, give me like a rib emoji because they got some good barbecue in Missouri, particularly Kansas City. Um, hey Margaret, oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, girl. Um, but yes, anybody from the great state of Missouri. Now, I have been talking to you guys over the last few weeks about Disney having some beef with the Florida government. As you know, the Florida government recently passed the Don't Say Gay um, law or whatever. And Disney publicly said, that they were going to help to get the law repealed. The majority Republican government of Florida didn't like that, and they threatened to strip Disney of their special copyrights within the state of Florida. Because Disney generates so much revenue for the state of Florida, they have some very special perks and things that they enjoy in the state of Florida, as well as their their intellectual property, right? So this Republican senator out of Missouri, and I'm just like, why are you don't even go here? Why are you here, sir? Senator Josh Hawley from the state of Missouri has just introduced a bill to shorten copyright protection and make it retroactive. What does that mean? Senator Hawley basically, okay, so when you have a copyright, usually it protects your work for, let's just say, around 100 years, right? Senator Hawley wants to cut that time down to 56 years. And he wants to say, if you've had your copyright for 56 years already, your copyright is gone. So think about how many trademarks Disney has that have been here for, over 50 years. Essentially, if this law were to pass, all of those trademarks, all of those copyrights, they would go into the public domain. So thinking about Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, all of those characters, Snow White, Cinderella, right? 76th grade said that's not going to fly. Right. So it's just been introduced in the Senate, right? Most likely I don't think it's going to pass, but you never know. These are crazy times that we live in, y'all. They're trying to, overturn Roe v. Wade. They just shooting up everywhere for no reason. God help us. Okay. So this senator has introduced this bill to cut copyright protection in half. Now, yes, this is aimed specifically to punish Disney, but think about, hey, brazen lawyer, but think about the other hundreds, thousands of people. Kels Butter said, sounds like he's wicked. Tell him I said, give it up. Think about, maybe the smaller guys who have copyrights and all the people that this would affect. Let's say you write the great American novel. That's the dream, right? For a writer. And usually your work would be protected for about 100 years. If this law were to pass, you would only have protection for about 56 years. It's cutting your revenue in half. And remember, intellectual property is money, and once your intellectual property runs out, you can't really make money off of it anymore. So again, this is a way that intellectual property is being used as is being weaponized. I really don't think this is going to pass. Does anybody think that this law introduced by Senator Hawley is going to pass, where he wants to reduce copyright protection from about 100 years to 56 years? Like, this would really this would put so much stuff in the public domain, and cut off a lot of income streams. Does anybody think that this would pass? Let me know in the comments. Margaret said no. Okay. Anybody here on Clubhouse, you want to come up on stage and let me know what your opinion is on this, or if you know somebody who lives in the state of Missouri, or if you're a Disney lover. That Brandon guy said it won't pass. He's messing with old money. Very much so. Kels Butter said, I would hope not. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna pass. Logic said nope. Yeah, Disney just makes too many people too much money. Okay, it's not, and a lot of times I feel like they present these bills just so they can say that they did something. They don't really expect it to. Oh, I'm not saying that, sir. They present these bills, or propose these bills just to say that they stood for something, right? They don't really expect it to pass. But yeah, that's what Senator Hawley is doing with your tax dollars, Missouri. Okay. um all right. Before we go on to our next story, I want to remind you guys that you are listening to and or watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday broadcast. Margaret Massa said for fundraising. Yes, exactly. These politicians, they want their conservative patrons to donate to their political campaigns. Very good, Margaret. Yes. So before we move on, you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are in the startup phase of your business, um, please connect with me. Go to linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm and book yourself a free 15-minute consult today. My voice is not at 100% today. I bruised my tongue and I have allergies or a cold. So we're going to kind of, um, bulldoze through these stories today. But if you do have a question, please don't hesitate to ask it. Okay. Kels Butter said, or just to keep us distracted while doing something else. Whew, okay. All right. Supreme Court. Okay. Next story. Has anybody here ever watched the movie Grease? Anybody here ever watched the movie Grease? I love that movie. I saw it in the 2000s, but I loved it. I love the songs like Beauty School Dropout. And what was the other one? Um, tell me more, tell me more. Dun, 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 dun. Logic, progress, a distraction. Yes. Any Grease fans? Give me something, some type of emoji. A car emoji. Okay. No, not Grease the country. Logic. Grease as in hair grease. 76 Grim Gray said yes, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Yes, Derek Bailey, with John Travolta. It's a classic movie. It came out in 1978. It was adapted into a musical, and we all know the basic plot. Um, I Sandy, Sandy and oh, is that Paul? Sandy and I forgot what John Travolta's anyway. Um, Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta are supposed to be in love, but they're from the other side of the tracks. And then at the end of the movie, Olivia Newton-John, she gets a makeover and goes all hoochie-fied so she could be with uh John Travolta. Okay. Oh, Danny, yes, that was his name. Anyway, okay, sorry. I saw Logic and I thought it was Paul Candy Cape Cod. Anyway, so Grease, commercial success everywhere. They even had a Grease 2, but I don't think it did well. So as you know, in the realm of copyrights, there is fair use. You have fair use for parody, for satire, for commentary, or for criticism, right? So someone updated Grease, and they as a musical, and they named it Vape the musical. So instead of Grease, it was called Vape. And it was a parody where they updated Grease, to include the Me Too movement. And they were pointing out all of the, oh, okay, hey, Ahmad. And they were pointing out all of the misogyny from the original Grease. And they, how they had the song Grease Lightning in the movie. They changed it to Prius Lightning, right? Well, the producers of Grease, they weren't too happy with this updated Vape the musical, and they sued for copyright infringement. What do you think happened when the people who have the copyrights for Grease sued for copyright infringement for Vape the musical? What do you think happened? What do you think the judge said? Because Greece was like, look, they took our beloved Greece, they put their, woke politics in it, and no, Margaret, they did not win. It wasn't thrown out. Vape the musical won. The court was like, look, this is a parody, it's satire, and you have fair use, when you are doing a parody or satire. Look at Saturday Night Live. If you couldn't do parodies or satire, Saturday Night Live would probably have a copyright infringement case on their hands every single week, right? um yeah. Brett Brennan, yes, Ken Cape Cod said parodies have been around, though. They have been around, right? But I guess the people who did Grease, they just didn't particularly like this musical. So they tried to go after them the copyright route. And the judge was like, this is fair use. They are poking fun at the original Grease, and they remade it. So this actually makes me want to go see Vape the musical. So if it comes to my area, I'm gonna see if I can get a ticket and go see it at the public playhouse down the street. Okay. All right. Next story. It has anybody here listened to Kendrick Lamar's new album yet? Has anyone here listened to Kendrick Lamar's new album yet? If you have, please give me a K in the comments. Okay. If you have listened to Kendrick Lamar's new album. Logic Progress, you're gonna go try to see Vape? Me too. Um, Anybody? Derek Bailey said not yet. Um, Anybody else? Oh, you listened to it, Can't Get Caught? Awesome. Okay. What did you think about it? I've been hearing mixed reviews about it online, or seeing mixed reviews about it. Some people are like it's great, some people are like it's trash. I haven't heard anybody say it's okay. Um anyway, but on Kendrick Lamar's new album, there is a song called The Heart, Part 5. Derek Bailey said it's in my playlist. Margaret Massey said not yet. Kels Butter said I haven't, but I hear the buzz. Kenna Cape Cod said it's intense. Okay. Yeah, I could tell by the cover. I was like, what is this? That Brandon guy said I haven't heard it yet. Whether you have heard it or not, there is a song on the album called The Heart, Part 5. And Kendrick Lamar shot a video for The Heart Part 5. And in this video, he had partnered with the people of what you call that thing? South Park, the producers of South Park. And they created deep fakes where he turned into Will Smith, Jussie Smollett, OJ Simpson, Kobe Bryant, and Nipsey Hussle in the video. And they use deep fake technology. If you don't know what deep fake technology is, it's when they can take, someone's face or whatever, and they can make it look like they are saying something that they never said. That's as best as I can explain it right now. And I don't want to talk too much because I want to get through these stories, and my voice is fading fast, guys. So anyway, in this video, Kendrick Lamar uses technology that allows him to bring up the faces of these iconic men, Will Smith, or iconic or notorious, whatever you want to call them. Will Smith, Jussie Smollett, OJ, Kobe, Nipsey, right? Now, Derek Bailey said it's scary stuff. There is no issue with it as of now. Nobody has come to Kendrick Lamar and been like, let me talk to you for 5 minutes. But there was an article that I read that I thought was very interesting. Will Smith, Jussie Smollett, OJ, Kobe, Nipsey, these are all people who are, for better or worse, celebrities. They are public entities. Their faces have cachet. They do ads, and there is intellectual property associated with their images, right? So people have been saying, is Kendrick Lamar bordering on copyright infringement or violating these people's right of celebrity by using their images in the video and creating these deep fakes without their permission? Right? So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about that? Now, none of these celebrities have complained. No one has brought any copyright suits. But do you think that Kendrick Lamar is pushing the boundaries of infringing on someone's, right of publicity by using these celebrities' faces in deep fakes. What do you think about that? Clubhouse, I would love to hear your opinion on it. Give me a raised hand if you would like to join the conversation. Um, Can of Cape Cod, there's an app for that? Okay. Will's in India. He need to be in India. Um, Can of Cape Cod said I was Megan the Stallion last year. Kel's Butter said IDK. Derek Bailey said it's not Juicy J. Derek Bailey is Jussie Smollett. Um, Anybody on Clubhouse, do you think that this is pushing the boundaries of infringement? Should Kendrick Lamar be able to use these celebrities' faces, without their permission? If you don't feel like speaking up, you can always write it in the chat box. Um, that Brandon guy said, I don't think it would fall under copyright infringement. Okay. Well, what if one of these people, right now, what if one of these celebrities, Will Smith, Jussie, OJ, Kobe, Nipsey, what if one of them doesn't like Kendrick? What didn't like? They're like, you know what? I just don't like Kendrick. I don't like his music. I don't want him using my face. Do you think that they would have a case for copyright infringement? Logic Progress said, yes, Kendrick should be allowed. Derek Bailey said, that's a good question. I would imagine there would need to be clearance. 76 Grimgay said, it's new. We have to get on board. We have to get on board with what? 76 Grimgay. Margaret said, I think it's an infringement. Okay. All right. So we're kind of split here, right? So I'm interested to see what happens. Um, Logic said that's different, and no, what? Or they would not have a case. They would not have. Oh, okay, they would not. Okay, that's if they didn't like him, and no, they wouldn't have a case. Well, why? Why wouldn't they have a case? It's not just a matter of them not liking him, but he's using their face, right? I think that's a question that is going to come up more often. Everyone was using the Face app during quarantine. Yes, but we were using it ourselves, and I'm sure when with that Face app, they got some kind of clearance. Hold on a second. That branding, I said, using likeness is one thing, but not necessarily infringement. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so we've got a good mix of responses here. Kenny Cape Cod said, "I was many celebrities." Kenny Cape Cod said, "Don't take away my ability to transform myself into a celebrity." Um, Derek Bailey said, "You can't just use someone's likeness." Logic Progress said, "Everyone is using the face apps." Okay, all right, okay, all right. All right. Well, we'll see. If anybody who was in this video post a complaint, I will definitely let you guys know. And if you hear anything, you guys let me know, okay? All right. We're moving into our last three stories of the evening. Hello, Mark Joseph. Again, guys, I apologize for my voice. I injured my tongue and I have allergies or a cold. So I'm trying to, keep the volume and energy up. But okay, my sneakerheads. If you are a sneakerhead, please please give me a sneaker emoji. That Brandon guy said Will and OJ ain't saying nothing. That's right. Sit down and enjoy your rice. Um Anybody here a sneakerhead? Give me a sneaker emoji. Um Logic Progress. Okay. Whether or not you're into sneakers, if you've got your finger on the pulse, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this little snafu going on with between StockX and Nike, right? Now, StockX, they are an online reseller of rare sneakers, and they offer authentication services, right? And they basically guarantee that when you buy sneakers from StockX, they are real, they are authentic. You can trust them. Okay. Now, Nike already had a lawsuit out against StockX because StockX was trying to sell NFTs for Nike sneakers, right? We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. But Nike has added another aspect to this lawsuit because Nike said that StockX is selling fake sneakers. Nike said that they recently purchased 4 different pairs of sneakers off of StockX, and they were not authentic. Now, StockX, their whole the whole linchpin to their business is that they have this very rigorous authentication service, right? So if they are selling fake sneakers, what does that mean for Nike? What is that? What is that? If StockX, a shoe reseller, is out here selling fake Nikes, what does that mean? What does that mean? Or what impact could that have, right? So, logic progress, you are a sneakerhead. You buy a pair of sneakers off of StockX, right? And you are, yes, exactly, Kels Butter, trademark infringement. So you buy these sneakers, you and something happens. I don't know, the tongue falls out, and you take these sneakers to the Nike store, and you're like, these are terrible. These are terrible quality. And Nike is like, we don't even make these. Okay. Like, yes, infringement. Damaging their brand, absolutely. StockX, you're out here claiming that you are authentic. You can guarantee to your purchasers that these sneakers are real, that they are of Nike standard, of Nike quality, of whatever it is that makes Nike Nike. And Nike is saying, girl, you're out here selling fakes. So not only are you damaging Nike's brand, this is also damaging your brand because people can no longer have confidence in your authentic out. I remember I was going through the stories of some of my followers, and one of them, she's a sneakerhead, and she was like, "This is why I only get my sneakers from the sneakers app." How many of you guys use the SNKRS app? I think that app is specifically for Nike. But anyway, Nike is out here trying to come for StockX for the NFTs and the physical sneakers. So for my sneakerheads, please, make sure be careful when you're out here buying these, reseller sneakers. Okay. Um, Kels Butter said not a smart move on on their part at all. They lose on both ends. Okay. Yes, that app. Okay. Clubhouse, y'all are so quiet. Hold on. Danya Zimmerman said, I thought you needed permission to use other images. Um, Danya, I'm going to assume that you're talking about the Kendrick Lamar story. I'm sorry I missed your comment. I didn't get a notification. But you do need permission to use other images. But again, we know that there is a fair use exception when you're talking about copyrights, right? If you can prove that it is either satire, social commentary, criticism, or a parody, you can get a pass. Okay. Now, no one has complained about this thus far, but we have. I feel like this is kind of testing the bounds of someone's rights because you're taking their image and then using it to say something that they didn't say, right? Okay. Next story. This is going to be real quick. If you are interested in the cannabis industry, please give me a green leaf emoji. If you are interested in the cannabis industry, please give me a green leaf emoji. Okay. Now, while you do that, I'm going to um, tell you a story. Well, not a story, but anyway, there's a company out here. You may have heard of them. They're called McDonald's. They do a lot of stuff in the fast food lane. And, McDonald's is a worldwide brand. Um, on the other side, and they have a very distinctive logo, right? The golden arches. Thank you for the green emojis. Okay. They have the golden arches. There is another company out here They are a hemp company. They make smokable hemp flowers, CBD gummies, and with things with psychoactive ingredients. I feel like it's whoops. Oh, that's me. Okay. And this company, they are calling themselves McHemp, MCHEMP, and their logo, it's like a lion. I had it in my stories the other yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it, but if you didn't see it yesterday, just look up McHemp logo. Okay, that Brandon guy. Well, are they okay? That Brandon guy asked a very good question. Are they trying to McDowell's, right? Now, when we think about McDowell's from coming to America, McDowell's was another fast food joint, right? And they were directly competing with McDonald's. So in that case, that was infringement. Here, McDonald's does not participate in the hemp industry. McHemp does. But McDonald's is saying that the use of the MC, the use of Mc, that is enough to create an association between this hemp company and McDonald's. Okay. So, what do you guys think about that? Now, this is currently being litigated. They're in, or they just filed the opposition now, because McHemp is trying to trademark it. What do you think about it? Is there a possibility of confusion between McDonald's and McHemp? And especially if you guys can look up the logos. I want you to look up the logos right now if you can. Kels Butter said, I think so. That Brandon guy said they'd have to sue every Irish person ever. All right. Now the McHemp logo, like I said, it's like a lion laying on some leaves or whatever. Logic said, "Why? Who doesn't go to McDonald's when they get high?" Okay, but if and let's say someone gifts me a pack of McHemp CBD gummies with the McHemp logo with the lion on it, or the flowers, am I going to think that they picked this up from the McDonald's drive-through? Kels Butter said, put the MC on the back end of the name instead of the front. So hemp Mick? That wouldn't make sense. And remember, you have to be in your industry. McDonald's is in the fast food industry and, real estate, but we're not going to get into that right now. McHemp is in the cannabis hemp industry. That Brandon guy looked at the logo and said it's not even close. Kel's Butter is laughing. Right. So I think that this is an issue of McDonald's thinking, they're just too much for what they are. I remember McDonald's, they tried to sue another restaurant for, well, I don't know if they use Mac or something, MAC, but the judge was like, girl, get a life. But again, McDonald's, I'm gonna say that this is just them trying to, zealously defend their brand. While I can understand sorta, AP Jackson said, I didn't see, hey, I haven't seen you forever. You didn't see the similar, right? The logos look totally different. And but McDonald's whole argument is that the fact that they are trying to use the MC, the Mc prefix, that is a possibility of confusion. But again, they're in different industries. McDonald's doesn't have anything to do with the hemp industry. As far as I know, there is no McDonald's dispensary, right? McHemp is in a totally different sphere. Now, if McHemp starts trying to sling burgers and fries, then maybe you can go after the McDonald's. But at this point in the game, I don't think that there is a possibility of confusion. But we will have to see what the judge says. Kel's Butter said, yep, go through the drive-through and get that McHemp with those McFries. That Brandon guy said they're just hating because it's hemp CBD. Probably, but I feel like, McDonald's is going to find a way to get into that industry. I don't know, maybe they'll start using hemp milk. Okay. All right. So let's just take a last vote here. If you are on the Golden Arches side, give me a burger emoji. If you are on McHemp's side, give me some type of plant emoji. Um, Logic said no confusions. Exactly. Kels Butter said, yeah, through the drive-through watch. Yes. So if you're on McDonald's side, give me a burger emoji. If you are on McHemp's side, give me some type of plant emoji. Logic Progress said McHemp. That Brandon guy is on McHemp's side. Okay. Do we have anybody on Mickey D's side? I'm not. Okay. But good for them. We'll see what happens. Thank you for the plant emojis, Logic Progress. Okay, and our last story of the evening, and then I'm going to go ice down my vocal cords. Margaret is on AP Jackson and Margaret on McHemp's side. Okay, all right. Hopefully this is good vibes to you, McHemp. Take the good energy. All right. Okay. Last story of the evening. Does anybody here go to a tanning salon? If you do, just give me a sun emoji. If anybody has ever gone to a tanning salon, give me a sun emoji. Now, it may not just be for color. I know that people who, they do bodybuilding competition, no matter your complexion, you got to do tanning. So if anyone has ever visited a tanning salon, just give me a sun emoji, please. Oh my goodness. Whew. AP Jackson said tanned enough. Okay. All right. Well, as you know, tanning companies or tanning salons, they're big money. People, they want that beach glow, and sometimes you don't always have time to go to the beach, so you bring the beach to you by going to a tanning salon. So there is a tanning company called Sunless Ink, right? And they have something that they call the Mystic Tan. um, Logic Progress said, I did their lotion is $1 million. What? Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Is their lotion expensive? um, anyway, so Sunless Ink, they have something they call the Thank You Timor. Have you ever been to a Sunless Ink or had the Mystic Tan experience, Timor? Sunless Ink, they provide the Mystic Tan experience, and they have tanning beds that they have designed specifically for their Mystic Tan experience, to the point that if another tanning salon purchases one of their beds, they have built it so it will only take the Sunless Ink product, right? Okay, makes your skin feel good. Okay. So Sunless Ink, they're like, you want the Mystic Tan experience, you need the tanning bed, and you need our Mystic Tan formula, right? Now, they had a competitor slash customer who purchased their tanning bed, but what they did was they jailbroke the tanning bed so that they could put their own tanning solution in the booth, right? And Sunless Ink sued them for trademark infringement. But the judge said that there was no trademark infringement. Why? Why do you think the judge said no trademark infringement? Now, the competitor, they didn't advertise Mystic Tan experience. They just, they bought the bed. They did some, beep boop bop boop beep, and then put their own suntan formula in the tanning bed. So why do you think the court said there's no infringement here? There's no infringement here. Timor said no patent. No, that's not it. That's not it. Kels Butter said, is it because he bought the tanning bed for their own use? Kind of. So, kind of. Kels Butter's on the right track. They bought the tanning bed from Sunless Ink, yes. But they were not advertising the Mystic Tan experience. That is something that is trademarked by Sunless Ink. And they specifically altered the tanning bed to take their solution instead of the one that that Sunless Ink had, right? So they jailbroke it and then started putting their own in and creating their own experience. So because of that, the court was like, look, they're not out here trying to be used on this ink. They basically, it's like when you take when you have a bottle of cleaning solution and then you finish it and then you fill it with another one and you use it around the house like that. So the court was like, look, but and then you take off the tag. Kels Butter said yes, because when you buy something, you do what you want with your own stuff. Absolutely. Logic Progress said customize. Yes, absolutely. They customized it for theirs so that, and they were not advertising the Mystic Tan experience. So there was no infringement here. Okay. All right. So those were the stories that I wanted to share with you guys this evening. I'm going to go make some hot tea because I, as you can hear, my voice is leaving me. That Brandon guy said it's like buying a white label solution and your own brand. Right. Exactly. Yes. So thank you guys for your participation. Thank you for your commentary. Thank you for making me laugh. We will be here next week with more stories. If you are on your entrepreneurship journey and you are looking for legal guidance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Timor said, "Love your show. Thank you." Yes, AP Jackson, assault gargle. Okay, I'm on it. All right. Okay, so take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful week. I'm actually flying home to Boston tomorrow, so I'll be with my parents for a couple days. But I'll pop in and say hi. So have a good night, guys. Bye. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, let's. Okay, and all right.